Definitely nutritious.
Yes. It's great.
Did you remember to tell them that we're not allowed to use cards?
I didn't even understand the joke.
I mean, you're not gonna get much of a presentation.
You can't have your
Oh,
note
the
cards
note
anymore.
cards. Oh, well, I mean, if we didn't change it 14 times before.
That's all right.
We've
That
got
would be ideal.
notes from
I was
every
gonna say, 'cause there was
presentation, so we
panic
have to
on
change
some
it.
faces right there.
I didn't understand what he was saying.
My kids did debate club for a while and they did
No one's
complete
staring at my
memorization, which was different than what I was taught in school. You're supposed to have notes and then.
Oh,
not
no, ours is complete
look at.
memorization.
Okay, yeah, and I was like, that
We-
is all.
we
And
just
we
changed it like
just,
last
every time we
night,
go to
so-
movie or other presentations,
Yeah.
we change it based off what they tell us before. So when we get done with all of them, then we'll change it for the final time and then memorize it.
Rememorize.
Yeah.
It's good for your brain.
Yeah.
Do it while you're young.
Yeah. What are you doing? You just keep scanning everywhere.
Like me. What's your cold laugh? I'm serious. I can't.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday, May 13th meeting. If you'll stand, join me with pledge and a quick prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, once again, we gather to conduct county business. We humbly ask for your guidance and wisdom in all that we do. Watch over us in everything that we may be used for your good. In your name we pray. Amen. And for now, we're going to turn it over to Shenandoah's FFA for their presentation. Where are you? It's all right.
Good afternoon. Thank you guys for allowing us to present to you today. This is the Shenandoah Agricultural Fisheries Team. They are preparing to present at the state convention. Part of the requirements is obviously the business itself, portfolio, but they also receive points being able to present at public forum. We're trying to get as many in as we can. The more people present, the better our chances are of getting that point. Before the due date of the so again, thank you for allowing us to be here today to help our chances as far as getting every year the students choose a topic that is a upcoming topic to debate about, and this year they chose data centers as their main source of information. The main goal is going to be 5 individuals, 2 for, 2 against, with a moderator in the middle. Their goal is not to necessarily come to a conclusion, but to hopefully give you both sides. You can come to your own conclusion. Any feedback you have is greatly appreciated. This is our 4th presentation. After everyone, we change the script and tweak a few things. So it's not completely memorized. It will be memorized today, the context, but they changed enough that they still need their note cards. But if you have any questions at the end, please feel free to ask. If they do not know them, we will write them down and they will know them very shortly after this. But yes, the more questions the better, so that way they kind of become familiar with what potential judges could ask them. If you see anything that maybe you had questions about or you didn't think was adequate as far as voice and tone, kind of how they answer back and forth, or anything you would like to see changed or maybe they could better themselves with, critiques are obviously very encouraging. So we looked at around 11 to 12 minutes. So it's going to be a very long presentation. And again,
Good evening, everyone. We are the Johnsons. My name is Mara. This is my husband, Brendan, and my mom, Ray. And these are my kids, Jaden and Riley. And we are getting ready to sit down and enjoy Sunday supper. Now, every Sunday, inevitably, an agriculture issue gets brought up, and inevitably, we argue about it. Now, we do apologize in advance for eating in front of y'all and arguing in front of y'all, but please enjoy a look into what our lives are like every single Sunday, and please pray for me in the process. Okay, Before anybody starts arguing, can we please have one normal dinner, please?
That depends. Are my college-educated, highly informed grandchildren about to share their opinions again?
Mom, let's skip the drama tonight.
Speaking of drama, you guys might want to see this.
Jaden, if it's a TikTok, put it down.
No, Mom, it's actually important. It's about that company planning to put in a massive data center near here. Look here in the paper, the whole article. Are hyperscale AI data centers the future of rural America or the downfall?
Really? Like a hyperscale AI data center?
Yeah, the Henry County Planning Commission has approved a recognizing plan that's going to bring a large data center to this county.
Excuse me? Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, lovely. Another genius idea from the younger generation. That's just what we need.
Oh yeah, because your older generation's point of view is so much better.
Okay, so clearly we're not gonna have a normal dinner, so let's just talk about this before your grandmother has a full-blown episode. From what I've read in a market intel report published by the American Farm Bureau, data centers store, process, and manage systems that power modern business, communications, and agriculture. So I think the real question we need to be discussing is, are they more harmful or helpful? Riley, I know you like the idea, and since you're probably one of the sanest people at this table, why do you think it's helpful?
Okay, thank you. Finally. Look, AI data centers are very beneficial for the farmers. They use satellites for tracking, soil sensors that tell you exactly what your field needs. They have drones that scan for diseases before you can even see them. And all of that feeds into AI. Now, the U.S. Government Accountability Office reported that precision agriculture uses tools like sensors, GPS, and digital imaging to improve the efficiency and reduce waste. It can help the farmers use fewer inputs more efficiently, reduce waste in fertilizer, water, and chemical use, improve yields while lowering the production cost. And that's not just hype. The Accountability Office proves that precision agriculture can improve efficiency, reduce water input waste, and lower environmental impacts.
That part's actually true, and that's what makes me believe that agriculture needs to support data centers. Data centers is what makes those advancements possible. Without them, data is harder to process and use. As much as I hate to give Purdue credit, according to Purdue University Center for Commercial Agriculture, technology helps farmers make those improvements in efficiency, reduce costs, and make better management decisions.
No wonder you went to IU, Jaden. Seriously, let's talk about what you guys are ignoring. What are those data centers actually going to cost the community? Because none of that comes for free. Data centers require significant amounts of electricity and water to operate and cool their systems. That research comes from the Environmental and Energy Study Institute. How is our local water plant and power grid supposed to handle that kind of strain?
Will you quit being grumpy? We're trying to have a normal conversation tonight.
I know. All I'm saying is hyperscale data centers often require hundreds of megawatts of power and place serious pressure on local infrastructure. The Jones Lang organization released a whole study about it. Large hyperscale data centers can use millions of gallons per water per day for cooling. They can require enormous amounts of power at one time. They can increase costs for local residents, and developers keep targeting prime farmland.
I guess that is actually a fair concern.
Exactly. Listen, I'm not against technology or whatever it's called. I already use GPS on my equipment. I track weather patterns, and I've adapted to field mapping and computer records. But hyperscale data centers? The USDA Economic Research Service proved that once farmland is converted to industrial use, it is rarely returned to agriculture. And I have to agree. American agriculture spent generations improving efficiency and yields. And we did it without paving a...
It's not even a
Hey,
fair...
listen here, you little whippersnapper. I'm not done talking. What about jobs? That's something your generation couldn't understand.
Hey, Mom, pump the hate brakes. He's your grandson, and we're trying to have a normal conversation tonight, remember?
Machines don't need breaks, paychecks, or have families to support. That's my problem. It doesn't feel like progress. It feels like we're getting pushed out.
I get that. I really do. I've actually used this stuff. For example, last year, I used an irrigation app, and it saved me thousands of dollars. Less water, less nitrogen, same yield. That's not just theory. That's real. Now imagine that, but better, faster, and smarter. And data centers could bring more than just AI tools. A report from the Consumer Energy Alliance found that data centers can create skilled jobs, increase tax revenue, and improve infrastructure in rural communities. They could also support roads, schools, and utilities, and they could improve internet access too.
And honestly, better internet wouldn't hurt anybody.
But should it be at the cost of our farms and our way of life?
Okay, moving on. What else about data centers? Anybody,
Well,
please?
I know that they take up land and lots of it, sometimes hundreds of acres. A staff from the Technologies Target Organization observed that as of 2024, the scale of data center land transactions had increased by 144% compared to 2022, primarily driven by the need for hyperscale facilities that support massive AI workloads. And if they're powered by fossil fuels, we're making environmental problems worse.
That's not always true anymore. According to the International Energy Agency, many newer facilities are adopting more water efficient cooling systems and cleaner energy strategies, which means that more data centers are using renewable energy, and many are exploring recycled or non-potable water for cooling. And economically, property taxes fund the schools, roads get improved, and the communities grow.
And jobs, real jobs. The American Farm Bureau Federation released an article stating that data centers create skilled positions in electrical work, maintenance, networking, and operations. That matters here. And not to mention all the jobs the construction process of these data centers have to offer.
A few temporary jobs don't replace farmland. And once that land is gone, it's gone. Why don't you understand that?
Okay, this conversation is taking years off my life, so let's just do a lightning round, okay? Quick answers, no arguing, okay? Let's just start with tell me your biggest hopes and your biggest fears about data centers. Mom, you could start.
My fears, my farm turns into data instead of food. My hopes, that real farmers still matter.
My fears, we damage the environment trying to fix it. My hopes, technology that actually respects the environment.
My fears, we miss out because we're afraid. My hopes, smarter farming that feeds more people sustainably.
My fears, the next generation leaves farming behind. My hopes, a future where farms are profitable and modern.
Okay, and if this data center does get built, what's one condition you would demand?
Farmers control their own data, period.
No building on prime farmland and strict limits on water use.
Affordable access, not just for big farms, for everyone.
Yearly public reports, water, energy, everything, no hiding it.
All right, we'll do one more question and then we're gonna be done, okay? Done. AI data centers, are they harmful or helpful?
Helpful, no question about it. AI helps farmers with precision crop and soil management. They have predictive analytics and planning. The overall result is better in yield.
And it's not replacing farmers, it's helping them make better decisions. Besides, if we don't adapt, we're not protecting farming, we're letting it disappear. Even the Federal Communications Commission says rural areas continue to lag behind urban areas.
All right, that's pretty fair. Mom, Brendan, what are your thoughts?
Harmful, completely. Technology fails, systems glitch, signals drop, and when it does, farmers lose money, not the tech companies. And not to mention the environmental damage. With the amount of water and energy those centers take up, the damage to our local aquifers and electric bills would be enormous.
And don't forget, autonomous equipment reduces so many employment opportunities. That doesn't just affect farms, it affects entire rural economies and communities. It's people and relationships that have made farming what it is today, not fancy machinery that basically promotes laziness like my son.
All right, that's enough. Good points, everybody. And for the most part, they were pretty well stated. So essentially, data centers could be very beneficial for the future of agriculture, or they could be very environmentally harmful for current agriculture. Okay, great. Now that we have that out of our systems, we're gonna continue with our dinner, okay?
If those data centers touch my farm, I'm gonna end up in jail.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, trust me, you'd both end up in a loony bin before you ended up in jail.
Hey, enough. We're not gonna solve this here tonight, especially at this dysfunctional dinner table. But just to end this argument, I will say this. You've both made some pretty good points on each side, and we've heard a lot tonight. On one hand, AI data centers could help farmers be more efficient, profitable, and better prepared for the future. But those benefits don't come without concern, like, for example, the strain it would have on local aquifers and energy plants. So maybe this isn't really about choosing one side or the other. Maybe this is about learning how to move forward without losing what matters most. Our land, our independence, and our community. Because once farming is gone, we don't get a second chance at getting it back. Now, with that being said, can we please finish our meal?
Let's hope the dessert is actually good, because this dinner was questionable.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
You have a very quiet room because you brought the debate where the debate can be. So you either bring levity or bring salt and wine. I'm not sure which, but I think you did a really good job. And I think that, being able to debate complex issues is what you're doing.
Mom, what is your first name?
Right.
Ray? It was a little hard to hear you at the beginning. When you got frustrated with your grandkids, you could hear you. Who controls whether the farm is sold?
Not sure. I would assume it's whoever owns it, but this is a question something I've talked to my kids about because land can change hands 1,000 times and the government has no say at all unless the purpose of the land. So if you own agricultural land and you want to sell it for agriculture, you can do that 1,000 times and no one has any say. You want to change that purpose of that land to a different use and zoning, and it comes to land. And that is where the and there are cities I think that have no zoning.
There are some cities in Texas.
But not
But
as a whole.
I'm not sure.
And so in Indiana, there is specific zoning, specific all these local government. I think you guys can find it. Know that property taxes do not pay.
So did one of you come up with this topic to debate? Or did you come up with a conclusion?
It was a
Your leader didn't look it on me and came up with it on your own.
I think it was more of a both. I think we kind of just like looked at it and then it was like a very high topic of like anything that we even thought about. So then we all kind of just.
And it was a really like local problem, so that really helped us out.
Yeah, quite a bit of reference here.
Yeah.
What would you do about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Next year.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
You're gonna be at the EDC in the morning?
Yes.
Is that right? 7:30?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear you again then.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Gotcha, okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Steve.
Tell you, we're ready. Hey. Have the commissioners had an opportunity to review the minutes? And if so, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. The commissioner had an opportunity to review the claims, and if so, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Have the commissioners had an opportunity to review the payroll, and if so, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have Treasurer's Monthly Report for March. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to accept the Treasurer's Report. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have the IT Solutions Report for April. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Sorry,
Motion to
Joe.
Approve.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have the Water Infrastructure Affidavit Food and Beverage from United Consulting and the amount, I believe, of $22,950. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Next up, Mr. Murphy.
Morning, Commissioners. I provided you a handout at your seat, and I want to briefly go through it. So my updates for this morning really consist of activity in the industrial park along County Road 400 South. And so I wanted to take this opportunity because we're doing some things out there, and when things happen, you know, people ask questions. And so in the interest of transparency and communication, that's why I'm taking a few minutes of your time. So the first document is an aerial view of the 94 acres. And just west of that is land that the Redevelopment Commission has owned for a number of years. We call that the Irvine site. And so in the southeast quadrant of 400 South and the Brooks Drive extension, not on the 94 acres, so west of there, we are, when I say we, the County Redevelopment Commission, will be advertising an RFP for a new shell building. 30,000 square feet, expandable to 120,000 square feet. We're utilizing the procurement method, build, operate, transfer. It is the same procurement method that built the shell building on the north side of 400 that was sold to United Utility Supply last year. Typically, our shell buildings in the industrial park have been 50,000 square feet, expandable to 200,000 square feet. but we knew up front that we could not afford 50,000 square feet. But we still wanted to have the product from a business attraction, business expansion opportunity. And so that's why we're focused on 30,000 square feet, expandable to 120,000 square feet. That RFP will go out this month. And the build, operate, transfer statute has a specific process. So based on that process, working with Ice Miller to make sure we understand that, we'll make a decision at the end of July, early August. And the decision may be, well, we can't afford a 30,000 square foot either. But we're going to try. That is a very effective tool to get additional looks at our community. Because whatever company, whatever their process, whatever their service or their good, it is speed to market. And so it's been a very effective for our county for a number of years. And so I wanted to give you that update. The RFP is moving forward. From a funding perspective, the funding comes solely from the Redevelopment Commission. So we're not asking the county from your general fund or from your food and beverage or from any other fund. We're not making that request. If it moves forward, it will be paid for by the County Redevelopment Commission within its resources. And at this time, we're not looking to bond. Essentially, we're going to use the proceeds of the sale of the last shell building and invest them hopefully in a new shell building. But I can't say that we won't come to the county asking permission to bond, just depending on the price, right? But our initial goal is not to bond for this shell building. And even if we bond, we have never asked the county to back that bond. It has always been on the strength of the tax increment finance district, but the Redevelopment Commission cannot bond without coming to the council and the commissioners for permission. But I wanted to give you that update on the shell building. Now, on the 94 acres, separate from the shell building, we recently acquired that after some long litigation. And so we are moving forward through a shovel-ready process or a due diligence process. And so we have already done a geotech of the soil. We're going to do a topographic survey. There are 2 homes and associated barns on that property. Those will eventually be demolished. They're vacant. But before we demolish, so if you go to the second page in the packet, I have a legal notice which printed as an eye test. I'm sorry. But this will appear in the newspapers, both the Courier Times and the Middletown News. And then the last document with the circle on it, it relates to the legal notice. Essentially, as an interim step before advertising for demolition, we are giving the public an opportunity to salvage that property. And so the Redevelopment Commission is accepting proposals. There are 2 main things in the proposal that we're interested. How much will you pay us for the salvage? And do you have insurance? If you don't have insurance, we're not interested. And then if we award a bid to salvage, then you've got to get it done within 30 days of that award, and you cannot leave any trash. And so I wanted you to be aware of it, and I also wanted to take the opportunity to advertise this opportunity in the public and on the interwebs. So this is in today's newspaper, in the legal notice, and it'll be in tomorrow's Middletown News. So the next step after we salvage will be an advertising for demolition of both those properties. And then we'll probably in the lower corner, we're probably looking to timber that. But I haven't got that far in terms of putting out a proposal for that. My point in taking this time is over the next several months, there is going to be a lot of activity out there. And all of it is to get this dirt in a position to effectively market it for business attraction. Or a local business chooses to expand on that property as well. Questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Corey.
Corey? Is anybody from the chamber? Mr. Estel?
Morning. I know I've been keeping you guys kind of informed at a high level. Went a little later this year and kind of finalizing our stop loss premium on the self-funded employee benefits plan. You guys are aware that we have a large claimant out there that's projecting over $1 million for the next 12 months. We're probably sitting at maybe 600,000 today in the current year. So one of the reasons we were waiting as long as possible, you know, that we introduced Samaritan Fund. We've engaged this member. It's maybe not gone as quickly as we had hoped, but it is still in process. So we got two options on this renewal, and one of the reasons I waited so long is because one, we wanted to see what happened with the condition, and two, wanted to see what happened with the Samaritan Fund enrollment. So let me give you a refresher because this is impactful, I think, on this decision. So with stop loss, there are two dates that are important. You have the date when the claim is incurred, has to be covered during the stop loss period, and then the date the claim is paid, the claim goes into that stop loss calculation and period. So for like our June 1, 2026 renewal, any claim that is paid after that goes to the renewal contract. So the deductibles per person, all those things start over June 1. We go back typically 24, 36 months or forever. So a claim could happen earlier and get into this contract. So the reason that is important is this particular member right now is in a 43-day inpatient stay at Ascension, or on day 43 right now. And that's about $350,000 so far for that stay. She's hit her deductible. We are going to get that entire dollar amount in as much as we can that Ascension bills paid in this stop loss year, because the stop loss carrier is paying 100% of that. We're not paying any of it because she's hit her deductible. But that clock starts over on 1/1. So realistically, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, if she's in for the rest of May, is going to fall into the new stop loss contract. So we have, and this was, you know, when you have good years, you negotiate these kind of things. So when these years happen, you have some protection. To remind you, we have what's called a no new laser contract on our stop loss. So we have the $90,000 per person deductible. On a lot of normal contracts, the carrier could come in at renewal and say, hey, on this member, we're going to make her deductible $1 million instead of 90. And they can't do that. And not only do we have that no new laser, then we have a rate cap on the specific premium, which is about $700,000. We got a 45% a year rate cap. It's the most they can raise it. So we have $1 million claimant. If you don't have the rate cap or you don't have the no new laser, they can either put a higher deductible or they can raise your premium however high they want it to go. We have protections in place to keep that from happening. Now, what I did though, thinking that we might get her off of Samaritan Fund, get her onto Samaritan Fund off the plan, or, you know, something changed from a status standpoint. I got both the renewal without her having a laser, and then I got them to give us a laser and see what the pricing would be on that, just in case we felt like, hey, she's not gonna be on the plan, we're not gonna worry about it. Given a couple of unknowns, which is, we don't know if she's gonna do Samaritan Fund. We don't know what the bill is gonna look like for the stay in May. I will tell you that if we took $1 million laser on her, our fixed costs are flat. We don't have any increase in the premium. But we have $750,000 of additional claim liability on the plan. If we don't take the laser, we're looking at about a $300,000 increase overall in the plan, which is to the fixed costs, and the claims remain flat. The claims projection and max claims remain flat. So I mean, do I think it's absolutely clear cut? A lot of times I think the numbers just speak for themselves.
Can you just say that last part one more time?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we can, so the current premium on the specific deductible, which is that 90,000 per person, is 700,000. We have a rate cap on that, 45%. So if we don't do anything with a laser, she still has a 90,000, everybody else has 90. We take a $300,000 increase in the premium, but we get no increase to the claims, to expected and max claims.
So that would be better if she did not choose Samaritan's plan. Am I following along
Yes,
with you?
or my concern is that we get a $400,000 or $500,000
From
bill
May.
in for May
Okay.
that gets paid in June, depending on how Ascension bills that. The other option is that we take no premium increase. We take $1 million risk on her claims for the next 12 months. It increases the county's overall liability, $750,000 claims liability. I mean, my conservative feeling is that we take a 1-year small hit, relatively speaking, on our total budget, spend on the fixed cost and protect ourselves. Likely this goes away one way or another, probably in the next 12 months. And then we're back to where we've always been. And either she's on Samaritan or she gets, they're looking at Medicare and Medicaid, but they think it's going to be a 4 or 5 month process. So, that was the other factor. I mean, we've been trying to do that, but the qualification period looks like with what she's got going on, it would be like halfway through the plan year. So, I mean, I still think we have a pretty big liability there. And just to be totally clear, typically these have to be signed by the 10th of the month, or they want to see the next month's claims. I did get an extension from the carrier to end of day today, given your date of the meeting. So we do need to make a decision today at this meeting, one way or another, and get this signed. Given what I just said to you and the stop loss carrier doesn't know about May bills, it's probably not going to be favorable if we go beyond today.
So if we take the $300,000 increase, everyone keeps their $90,000 stop loss, including this individual. So
Yeah.
our maximum exposure is 300,000. If we don't do that, we have up to 750, up to $1 million or up to 750,000,
I mean, 750,000.
up to 750,000 more, somewhere between 0 and 750, depending on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, here's the other thing, like, it's totally possible that we take this $300,000 on the fixed cost. We have a really good claims year.
Right.
And we don't spend any more next year than we did this year. I think that's unlikely if we take the risk.
So your recommendation is to take the 300,000.
I mean, I think so. I mean, I would have loved to have 30 days ago had a clearer picture of what her status on the plan was going to be for June to June in 2026. But I think given that, and we know, I talked to the nurse this morning so that I had the nurse case manager, so that I had the very latest update. And she said, acutely ill, not coming out anytime soon.
Mm.
So, so I just don't, to me, I don't see the cards stacked
Mhm.
in our favor to take the risk.
Right. But if we choose the 300,000, that's a premium increase. So that,
It is.
so it is additional. We
Yeah,
are
I mean,
going to pay
is
that
gonna be a
300,000.
Guaranteed payment that we paid 700 this year for the stop loss premium, and we're gonna pay $1 million.
Right.
Like as a one-time hit on the premium.
And you think there's a good chance next year that that would fall off them?
I mean, it's gonna come
It's
back
gonna
down because we'll
come back
market it
down.
again with 40 carriers, and if
Okay.
we don't have any development with a similar kind of claim, there'll be 25 carriers in line that want to put the price back down to where it is right now and aggressively write the stop loss, which happens all the time. Unfortunately, most of them don't want to buy $1 million claimant.
So your recommendation is based on the fact that if we take the risk, you think it's going to end up, there's a good chance it's going to end up more than that $300,000 increase in premium.
Think it's
You're pretty
highly
certain.
likely.
Where's that put us with the whole Samaritan thing?
We're gonna we got to the end of the month. I mean, she has accepted the program. Now the process is she's engaged with an advocate. They have to go through and look at plans, and then they have to make sure her doctors are in the network with the right carrier. So they're going through that process. I mean, I think it's pretty likely that she does it. It just worries me if something major happened in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We already know that we're gonna get a half a month bill. I mean, we know it's gonna be a couple $100,000. If something else happened, like during this period, and she ran $1 million bill, this is why you guys are the commissioners and I'm not. I mean, it's there's probably a scenario where we could win. I mean, I just don't know if you want to try to thread the needle and risk 700,000. I mean, I think the conservative, because here's the other thing we can't control. I spend a lot of time when these things happen calling hospitals, and you shouldn't think you'd have to do this with a $500,000 bill, begging them to send the bill so we can pay it today. Like I'm calling saying, hey, you probably don't get this call very often. I know we got $1 million bill out there you haven't generated yet. Can you please send it to me and we'll drive a check there tomorrow? Because the claim has to be paid in this contract year, but we're not going to get billed for a lot of stuff that happens in May before June, and it really has to be billed by probably like the 25th for UGS to process it, get to you, you get a check to them cut the check. You got Memorial Day in there. Like, I think there's a lot of risk for what I think is a situation if we take, the other thing that's really, really important. Once we take a laser on her, we eliminate the no new laser for her in future years. So if she did stay on the plan at next renewal, they could hold that $1 million laser without us choosing it. Right now, as long as we hold the line, they can never laser her, and they can never raise our premium more than the percentage specified for the whole group.
I think that we accept Josh's recommendation.
I mean, here's what I think. I think if we take the increase, there's a chance we spend no more money. I think if we don't take the increase and we take the risk, there's a chance we spend 800,000 or 900,000 more than we did this year. That's what I'm only basing my recommendation on statistics. Like, not that it's 100%, but I think statistically speaking, it is the conservative right play.
It is, it's hard to swallow with the other insurance increases, but
Yeah.
it seems like the only conservative option.
Yeah, I just think baked into a $4 million budget that you hope in the last 4 or 5 years, we have come in significantly less than claims projections. So that it's not like it's impossible that we don't make that 300 up in claims. It would be probably a tougher pill to swallow. And from a cash flow standpoint, like you could get the $1 million bill, you got to pay the first $1 million. Like you could get that in June and July and pay $1 million in June and July of the laser. So like, I just think I think there's a lot more risk in that. And this gives us it gives us a really known I mean, a
Right.
known situation.
Right. Make a motion that we accept Josh's recommendation and take the $300,000 premium increase.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0.
You sign that for me and I'll send you a copy of that, and then I've got to sign a copy. So one of them's for the organ transplant, which stayed flat. It's in the numbers that I just gave you. And one's for the stop loss that's signed by the broker. I'll send you copies of both after I execute these today, by the end of the day.
And you don't need Joe and I to sign anything for today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks. Thanks for all your hard work.
Give me something.
Keep waiting.
Yeah. We're gonna hold you to that one of these times. Do I see Jason anywhere?
I didn't see him.
No, I do not.
He said he was going to be out this week, right? Maybe, I think.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Do we have that paperwork in here?
Yes, it doesn't have to be signed. He just wanted your permission to make sure it was okay with you guys to go ahead and proceed. Heather has already given him a grant number. And he just wanted your permission to let you know he was free.
I don't think he's applying for this grant, and I thought there was I was afraid we were missing the deadline. That's what I was afraid was gonna happen.
Mhm.
It was due last Friday. He went ahead and submitted it, but he did not miss it.
Okay,
Make a
motion to approve this.
make a motion to approve the submission of the health department grant.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve this application. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. I don't see Brian. Braden. Don't act so excited.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Braden.
I think we were supposed to have some bids due today for epoxy ejection on Bridge 115. I have not seen any. I don't know if anyone else has seen any, or if anyone in the audience has a bid that they carried in with them that hasn't been turned in yet.
I talked to Heather and she didn't have any.
I hadn't seen anything other than the notice that we were waiting on bids for that bridge to get epoxied, so.
I will get with Joe and figure out how we move forward from here.
Okay.
I can tell you, speaking of Bridge 115 and Bridge 143, the last two that were approved for federal funding.
Mhm.
We did the scorecards on those for the consultant, and SJCA is getting both of those bridges from the scorecards that are done.
Okay.
And then on another note, our new paver arrived today, so tomorrow we will start paving roads tomorrow, so. Be a little bit slow getting started, just learning the paver and how it operates and all the new functions and all that stuff, but we will start getting doing some paving projects tomorrow.
Won't look like in the movie Cars, will it, when you're,
Well, you never know. No promises.
thanks, sir. Mr. Rust. See Tom Green. Next up, Sheriff's Department.
Thank you all for allowing me to come up here, come before you. I do apologize for having to ask of this. Always found this very comfortable sometimes doing this. But we have control modules. This little item right here controls everything in this building. all the alarms, all the duress buttons, our doors, everything, including back in the cells and back in the pods. This was the main one that was in our main control room. It went out. They've been freezing up. They've been shutting down on us. We've been having to call them, SAS, to come and fix, to get on remotely and fix, and it's cost us, and it's costing us every time that they do that. This machine that is up there now in the control room was actually in the backup computer and the backup system that's in my office. So there is currently no backup system right now.
I'll say, because it scares me that you say that controls everything and you're holding it here.
Yeah. This is the one that's a bad one, okay? I didn't pull the good one out to bring up to you and show you.
Everybody's running free.
Well, no, they can't get out. Neither can we get in. So this system right here, it comes with it shows on the screen itself, it shows our alarms. It shows if anybody's needing to get into the doors. It's showing if there's any duress anywhere in the building that we need to respond to. And I think I said it shows the alarms as well, but anyway, it does everything to this building. And so we got a quote from SAS, which is Security Automation System. And I think I hope you all got.
We do. We have it here.
You have it. Okay, good. Thank you. I think it come down to, we looking at getting 3 systems. That's the touchscreen, and that's 3 of these, and having one as a spare just in case we have another, because these things run 24/7. I mean, continuously, daily. I mean, a million times a day, just opening doors, closing doors, opening doors, closing doors. The three systems comes to $9,850. And I think I was supposed to ask if there was any possible way that it could come out of the building fund.
The jail bond.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
No.
It should.
That's, Joel, can you confirm?
it could.
Okay.
Because it controls everything that has to do with anything in the building, our key fobs, opening everything.
I was really hoping you'd say they were still under warranty.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
But like with everything, once the warranty ends, the part ends.
Usually, I was just hoping you'd tell me that we had extended warranty or something and it was still covered, but
I was gonna say it ended, yeah.
Mm.
So that's kind of where we're at right now. So that's all I got. If you have questions.
how long is it supposed to be before you get them?
That part, I don't know. I don't know that. If we
So
order it
you're out
today-
of extras, that's,
Yeah, if we order it today, then we'll put a rush on it and have them here hopefully as soon as possible. I can't give you an exact.
Okay. I was just curious,
It took us about 2 or 3 weeks just to get the quote.
Mm.
So if we put a rush on it,
Right.
tell them we need it today, and then we might be able to get it here sooner than later.
Okay.
And I can keep you informed as to when, and keep you all informed as to the day, as soon as, we gotta have them regardless.
I was gonna say you gotta have them, you're out of extras, so if they're failing now,
And they're not interchangeable. So every time we move one of these to another station, we've got to call them.
Mm.
And they've got to get in remotely and do all that fixing, which costs us. So if we get all of them, that is the same, program the same, we shouldn't have to do that.
okay.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of touchscreen PC replacement parts using jail bond funds of $9,850.
I second that motion.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Debbie, do you have anything? See Jenny. I don't see Cade. Jody, Lisa. See Kyle. Ryan. Just showed up to sit there and look good, right? Mandy. See, I think we're done with that part. Huh?
Troy.
Oh, yeah, there's Troy. Hey, Troy.
I just would like to leave these flyers up here. We are collaborating with United Way on Thursday, May 21st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're holding a disaster volunteer reception center training. For the purpose of when we have an emergency disaster, we have lots of volunteers coming in and we need to be able to manage them. So this training helps to train other volunteers to manage that, since I cannot manage that by myself. So we've sent this out through the Community Foundation as well as some other avenues, local pastors, faith-based organizations. But just want to take an opportunity if anybody wants to take these back to other volunteer groups, anything like that, anybody listening in. There is a QR code here for registration, but it is also part of indiana.org/VRC training -NC. So I'll leave these up here. Bobby will watch them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Troy.
Go ahead, Steve.
Thanks, Troy. I didn't see you. You should be grateful that I missed you then. Next up, we have a policy change for, to add another drone on at the Sheriff's Department for the insurance, an increase of $1,066. Do I have any discussion?
I think that the Sheriff's Department is expecting the second policy add-on for the second drone. I make a motion that we request that they pay this policy from their equipment fund as well. Oh, they did not? Okay, because I know that Josh said he was going to go talk to Sheriff Sproles and you hadn't heard back yet. Okay. Okay, I didn't have any other conversation with them, so.
I haven't heard
Okay.
anything from them, so I knew it was up in the air. And as far as I knew it, that one hadn't been paid either.
Okay.
But I agree with the motion.
I think that then if that doesn't happen, we should probably take the bill to the council and just ask where the council wants to pay it from. That's because we don't have money in our budget. Is that our insurance is overspent. So I think it just go to the council and the council can,
Sounds like we pretty much all our budgets.
all of the insurance. And that's what I just
the other
communicated to
premiums.
Josh, that all of the insurance line items have been wiped out. So
So
I would send it to the
agree with your
council.
motion for now.
Okay.
And then we,
Outstanding equipment that's been purchased that we don't know about, that is gonna have to be insured. We're never told. Right.
these things,
We're told that stuff is purchased and people understand it.
Is it put on the asset list that, I mean,
that's the problem is we don't even know
Yeah.
that they got it until
Mhm.
something like this comes up.
yeah.
So I've got a motion on the floor to request they pay it out of their fund. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have a estimate for Knightstown Collision Center to repair a vehicle, I'm assuming, for $9,714.33. I happen to know there are several checks that have been brought in that were deposited in one of the line items for the sheriff's department relating to other vehicles. And there should be more than enough money, I believe, to pay this out of that.
So
So we have gotten money for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles that's been wrecked, but we've never been told if they've been repaired or what line to move them to. We can't move it to a line until they tell us what line they used to have them repaired on it. And that's $63,000. So
I'd say for now, they could pay that one out of that, at least to get that item paid for. Because that's insurance money that would go towards something to that effect. But that's up to you guys what you want to do. I was just making a suggestion. I knew that money was there and it's for them to use. It's their money that's been, we're just waiting for them to tell us where they want to put it.
So how does what part of the process are we in? Because if we don't approve every bill that comes through, so they have a bill, are they,
here's about this.
right,
This is our first claim. This is our first bill we've ever had on the new policy.
right,
To where we have to pay.
okay.
Uh,
And so did we,
Most of the time, they get an insurance check, it goes into.
Okay.
Just put it in county
Uh-huh.
general. Once they repair the vehicle, then they will call us, say, hey, take that insurance check, move it to this
Right.
line item, because that's what we paid to have it repaired.
yeah. So it seems like we wouldn't do anything right now. And then if they feel like they don't have money in their budget, they can come to the council and ask for an
Well,
additional?
It's
or-
up to you guys, because
Okay.
council set those funds up. So it's up to you guys to determine, council decide today.
We
what
can just,
Fund put them in, or that they're gonna put money in those funds, I don't remember what they decided. But it's gonna be up to you guys to say yes or no, whether this claim is gonna be paid out of that fund or not.
okay.
And it's gonna take the approval of you guys.
How much is sitting? Is there money in the funds?
Not
Yet?
yet, that's today.
Yeah,
That's why I said there's 63,000 in
yeah.
that fund. It just makes sense now to get this one paid since this first one we've got. And they
Mhm.
haven't directed where that money's going to take the 97,1433 out of that line to at least get this one paid since this
Right.
first one's been presented to us.
Yeah, it seems like in the future, there's going to be some communication back and forth between the commissioners and the council. We can't just approve.
Or at least from,
As we get more of these in the future, I think the commissioners are going to have to communicate with the council. We don't
Well,
want
once
to
the-
just
once
approve
the money's
them.
gone, once they put the money in your fund, then it'll be up to you guys to pay
Okay.
the bill, and then if the money goes,
Once it's gone, then, so it would be a budgeted amount for the year that you're allowing for,
right?
Okay.
It's not, because
right?
Sorry about that. It'll be estimate, I mean.
right now, there's
I just
there's
seen the
nothing here.
proposed Numbers, nothing has, it'll be on the council meeting tonight, but I mean, those numbers were on good faith estimate. I'm understanding you met with Josh Estel and this is how the breakdown was. That money will be there. It's just like any other budgeted fund. A claim is paid out of it. You guys approve all claims. So my concern is there's 5 vehicles that we don't know if has been fixed, totaled,
Mm-hmm.
nothing has been moved. That's my concern, is that money's just sitting there when
And
nobody
I don't
knows.
know whether they've been fixed or
Right,
not.
nobody knows what has happened to those 5 vehicles, if
Mhm.
they've been fixed. And where to
Yeah.
put the money. I mean, that's a major concern
Yeah.
to me,
And
as a
doesn't
council
go yet.
member.
And doesn't go yet.
Yeah.
And you said the money's not there yet, but you're doing.
No, we
it's
haven't
gonna-
approved,
yeah,
no, it's on
right,
our itinerary.
Right,
That's
so for now, I think,
At 63,000, it just seems a logical place to take it from right now to
Yeah.
get it paid since there's no funding anywhere else.
Yeah, there is no funding right now.
So I was just trying to get, since this one's already been presented to us under the new policy, there's money there to pay that one. We pay this one now because that money's there. And that gets that vehicle repaired since that comes under the new policy.
Make a
That was
motion
my-
to do that.
so is that our role to tell them they have to use that budgeted line item? Or are we just saying we're not going to use another budgeted line item?
Right now, there's nothing budgeted for this because this.
Well, you're saying they'll use their vehicle, or
Well, it's actually. not
you're
in the
using
budget.
insurance funds from
Right.
the
It's just
past.
sitting in county
Okay.
general,
Yeah,
right?
it's
And your
just sitting
motion
there.
is to pay, okay. I second that motion.
So I have a motion and a second to go ahead and pay that out of that line for right now, out of the general. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have a bond for weights and measures for Kyle Cole. Do I have a motion?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Next, we have our updated agreement of scope and services from Baker Tilly. Joel, I assume you've reviewed this.
I have reviewed it.
It's pretty much the same as last year.
It is, same as prior years.
There was a piece in it that was for the township. It's been a minute since I read it. Yeah, is that new? Because that's,
Separate.
That's
and
separate.
that was at council. I took that to
okay,
council.
so we're
That was
just
separate.
voting on the standard.
Yes.
Okay. Did Joe just make the motion?
Not yet.
Okay, motion to approve the Baker Tilly agreement.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Next up, we have the agreement from Mendenhall Associates between the owner and administrator. This is involving the grant for the expo. Joel, you've reviewed this also,
have.
and you're okay with
I'm
this?
okay with you.
So do I have a motion to approve that?
You said that you were okay with it from a legal perspective. Did that mean
yeah.
that there might be other things we might be
No,
curious
no, no,
about?
no. That's
Okay.
all I review it for. is the
Okay,
legal perspective.
all right. Motion to approve this agreement.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. And I hadn't had a chance to look at this resolution. If the Transit Act, Department of Transportation. This support the capital operating feasibility study projects. Oh, it's the one we went through for live stream services. Didn't I talk to you about that? Yes, yes, I was gonna say that's, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't approving that thing that I was asked about the other day.
No, this is just so that they get, so that Livestream can get their money to say that each county is in agreement.
Yes.
to do it.
Because this is between Jay County, Blackford, Henry, Randolph, and Madison. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Do I have anything from the public?
I'm Kevin DeCamp, Transportation Manager for Livestream.
Mm-hmm.
Resolution out there. And I just wanted to give the commissioners a report that I put together just to show you what we do within your county.
Thank you.
I'm not even gonna ask for money after the insurance thing.
Thank you, because I've had to start practicing my nose.
Y'all try.
Okay.
Well, I'll be doing 4 more. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from the public? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion's been made, it's Joe seconded. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for coming.